Hello, my name is Carrie, and welcome to my new FlossTube channel, Stitching on the 40. This is FlossTube number 1, Halloween WIP Parade and October plans. I currently live in East Texas, and I've been cross-stitching since 1988, and I was 13 years old at that time, so it's been a long journey of stitching. Across 37 years. I had to stop and figure that out. That's a long time of stitching. So I have accumulated quite the stash over 37 years and decided to start my FlossTube channel to document my stitching journey. I'm not always very good at writing things down. And I have tried spreadsheets over the years, which worked great at the time, but now I do better if I document things on video. And I discovered that by my family having a different YouTube channel called Misadventures on the 40, documenting all the progress and work that we do on the 40 acres that my family lives on. We got a new mini excavator, so it's a lot of tearing things up and ripping out trees, trying to clear areas. And so we've been documenting a lot of that and having fun on that channel. So being able to see the progress on that channel and everything that we have been doing has been a lot of fun. And I've been wanting to start my own FlossTube channel since 2019. And I've never had the opportunity to do that. So here, 6 years later, I've decided to finally start my channel, Stitching on the 40. Since, again, my family lives on 40 acres, and I thought that was a fun way to incorporate everything that's kind of encompassed in my life with working outside, helping the family, and cross-stitching. I also diamond paint, love to read, and paint my own nails and do a little bit of nail art. So I might have some of that mixed in at some point or another as well. I've been watching FlossTube since 2018. That's when I discovered it, when I really got back into stitching. There was periods in my life that I was very busy, and life happened and didn't have time for stitching. So with FlossTube coming around and just really enjoying watching everyone's progress on the videos, I have been wanting to do this for a while. So I'm very excited to be here. Again, my name is Carrie. My channel is Stitching on the 40, and I live in East Texas. And please enjoy my journey of cross-stitch. So my plan for my FlossTube channel is to release 3 videos a month. 1 video on the first of the month, doing a WIP parade of the season that I'm in, whether that's like now autumn or fall, or Halloween, Christmas, any type of holidays or seasonal type pieces. I do have approximately 150 active works in progress. Can I stitch on them all at once? Absolutely not. But I think part of the fun is being able to move to whatever project I want to work on when I am in the mood to do that. That's when I tend to get the most stitching done and the most progress made on all of these wonderful projects that I have. So I figured the best way to organize it was just on the first of the month, like today. For October, I am doing a Halloween WIP Parade. I have 30, wait, I wrote it down, 30, I have notes, don't we all? I have 35 projects, 35 active WIPs in progress. I say WIPs in progress, works in progress, or known as a WIP. I have 35 for October, but 4 of those are not Halloween. And then I do have 7 new Halloween starts that I eventually would like to do because I've already dyed the fabric for. A lot of my projects, I have dyed my own fabric. During all the 2020 stuff, when shortages on fabric was pretty prominent, I was able to find some really good deals at thrift stores on just some generic white fabrics. Even if they had been stained, they were still worth saving because in the dyeing process, all that staining disappears. So I'm very excited that a lot of the fabrics that I have are ones that I made myself. And I will say what fabric I used if it is anything other than what I made. Try to get my words right on this very first FlossTube. The next video I'm going to release on the 15th of each month. It will just be an update of all the progress I made in the first 2 weeks. I do plan to use my spinner wheel to choose which project I'm going to work on each day, along with my focus project. I do have one focus project all the time, and right now it's a gift project for my brother, which I do have that in my rotation for October, and I will show that here soon. The last video that I'll release each month will be on the very last day of the month, and it'll be my update progress from the 15th to the end of the month. So that should be a lot of fun, having 3 videos each month, and that means that at the end of the month and the first of the month there will be back-to-back videos, because starting like for November, I will have released my end of the month video for October, and then in November, because I don't have any Thanksgiving projects currently, I'll be going over all of my fall and autumn WIPs. So that'll be a lot of fun in November. So I'm really excited for all the fun projects that I'm going to be working on in the future. I have struggled in the past with scheduling time for cross-stitching. So along with documenting my journey, I figured this is a really good way for me to schedule time for my stitching and say, but I have to go stitch. So I'm excited for that. So to start off October's Halloween WIP Parade, I do have 6 categories that I'm going to focus on. I've got my little remote here for the camera. Try to figure out where to put everything. Again, I have a focus WIP, and that will stay the same until it's done. It is a gift project for my brother, and I do plan to stitch on that daily outside of my spinner wheel projects. I have Halloween projects. Obviously, it's Halloween WIP Parade. I'm still getting used to recording while I see my face in this, as I'm sure everybody has to get used to in the beginning. So I will be showing all of my Halloween WIPs, everything but my Heaven and Earth design full coverage projects. And then I also have what I call twin projects. My best friend lives in San Antonio, and I am up in northern East Texas. And so San Antonio is in very South Texas. Texas is really big. But we have what we call twin projects. We both love a pattern and decide we both want to stitch it. We both buy the pattern, we buy our fabrics, we buy our floss, and then we decide when we're going to start it, and we stitch on that project for the duration of the month together. We do have 13 twin projects all together. 12 of them we just rotate out each month. We just do one a month for each month of the year. And then we have one yearly project that we work on all year long, because it is a full coverage Christmas project. So I'm very excited to show you all of that along with the Halloween stuff. I do have my Halloween Heaven and Earth designs in a separate category. I've got quite a few of those. Some are further along than others, and some are barely started, but I still wanted to show them because they are important to me and projects I would like to eventually get done and hang on my wall and enjoy. There are quite a few of my twin projects with my friend that she has finished and I have not, so I have those in a category for my Halloween ones as well. And again, all of them are going to be Halloween focused except for 4 particular projects. And then I do have 7 projects that are brand new, not started, but I've dyed the fabric for them and would eventually like to start them in the near future, because I really would, again, like to have them completed and hanging on my wall to enjoy. Should have this in my hand still for the remote. So I would imagine for my first floss tube, this one might be a bit long just because it's my first one. It's an introduction. I do have a lot of Halloween projects because Halloween is my favorite holiday. Christmas is definitely the second runner up, but Halloween's number 1. So I have quite a few finishes that I've done from the past that I have pulled down from the Halloween display in the house so that I could show those to you. I will try to remember vaguely where I got them from. Most of my projects, the little small ornaments, are from just CrossStitch Halloween issues, anywhere from, oh my goodness, all the way back to, I would say, 2012 or earlier, up to current issues. So yeah, I'm excited to show you these finishes. So I have some finishes that I've made into fully finished ornaments, or FFOs. And I did make these myself, so some might be a little wonky, but they're homemade and I love them and I think they're great. So here's the first one. This is from a Just CrossStitch magazine issue, and I have cats, so if you see cat hair on the projects, that's why. Oops, I dropped it. So this first one is from one of the Just CrossStitch Halloween issues. It has beads, and this has a lot of color changes, a lot of back stitching. It was a lot more difficult to stitch this than I expected, but I absolutely love it. And I made it into an ornament with this fabric backing I got from like Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one of those places. So there's my first finished ornament. Just gonna kind of set these to the side. This one lost its little hanger, so I need to put a new hanger on it. But again, from a Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. Oh, Hallow's Eve, super cute, love witches. My friend and I, that we do twin projects together, we both really like the ugly Halloween witches. We think they're absolutely hilarious. The cutesy witches, we like, they're fine and dandy, but we love the little ugly, you know, witch ladies. And yeah, so this one to me is more on the haggard side, and I absolutely love it. This is usually my Halloween tree topper, and then this one sits in a basket right next to it because again my hanger broke off, so I have to fix that. This one I thought was super cute, candy corn, again Just CrossStitch Halloween issue. I don't know what years, but if you would like to know, leave a comment in the description box and I'll figure out what year it was and let you know. So again, I finished this myself. I have little like quilt cutout templates for fabric. I'm not a quilter, but I thought the templates were an absolutely wonderful idea for cutting shapes like this for my finished ornaments. So I have a bunch of those, and this is the backing fabric that I used. Really cute. This one, my mom really liked. She had started stitching it, and then unfortunately she passed away before she could finish it, so I finished it. And this is a great reminder for me that my mom and I both worked on this cross-stitch ornament for Halloween. I love it. And I did finish this one pretty simple with just black felt on the back. So yeah, there's that one. Absolutely love it. I wish I had made the moon glow in the dark, but I didn't think about it till after it was done. This one, again, Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. I thought it would be interesting because it has a square like frame shape to do this completely different in finishing and make it a circle. And I thought the little pom-poms were super cute because they look like spider eggs. And then again, the backing I got from like Michael's or Joann's or something like that. I love these. They're so cute. I love those Halloween ornament issues. They're a lot of fun. And then this one again was from a Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. Not sure what year, but I framed it. This was my test. Forgive the ring light glow. This was my test on 22 count white Aida with 2 strands of floss. Maybe it's a 20 count. Actually, I think it's a 20 count. Yeah, 20 count. And it was very tight stitches, but I love the coverage. And again, my friend and I really like the older looking haggard witches, the ugly witches as we would say. But we think they're absolutely adorable and cute and funny. So love that one, Witching Hour. Just have it in a simple white frame that I got from like Amazon or something. Then I do have quite a few that I have finished, but not fully finished. This is only half of it. This goes to a drum. So I do believe that this is the top of the drum, and I still need to do the band. And this is like a 16 count haunted. I forget the manufacturer name of the fabric. Picture This Plus, maybe? Yeah, I think it's Picture This Plus Haunted. So there's that. A lot of sparklies. I'll turn it that way a little bit. Some glow in the dark. So I left it all on the one big fabric piece so I could do the rest of the ornament. And it has been years and I need to finish that. I still haven't finished that. So that is on the list to eventually do. And then I have this one, again from a Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. It has a lot of beads on it. It took forever. The whole thing has beads all the way around. Those took a while. But I really enjoyed this. Was a lot of fun. This is on like a Picture This Plus, maybe a 14 count EEK fabric, EEK. And I did a lot of pre-bought or pre-dyed fabrics by other manufacturers before I started dyeing my own fabrics. Because I started dyeing my own fabrics out of necessity, that I couldn't get these kind of fabrics during 2020 and 2021. So there is a companion piece to this. It's a bat. It's so cute, and I have the pattern and I haven't stitched it yet. So want to get that done so I can finish the two together and have companion pieces. These three all go together. Again, Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. There's glow in the dark components to them. Super cute. And I just have not fully finished them yet. Again, there'll be more ornaments for my Halloween tree, which I have a very small Halloween tree. It's just a desktop Halloween tree. So I need to get a regular artificial black tree that's a full size so I can have all my Halloween ornaments on it. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited to do that one day. Again, from Just CrossStitch Halloween issue. The full pattern is called Hiss Meow Purr. This is the Hiss cat. Super cute. And I have the Meow and Purr in for my new starts for Halloween. I think all of these are pretty much from the Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issues. This is Fright Family Ornaments. I am also working on another portrait of one of the other family members, which I will show you in my WIPs. This is, I forget what this floss was called, but it was a variegated floss, and that was a lot of fun to stitch. I enjoyed that. I didn't even mind filling in any of the background or doing the frame. It was a lot of fun to stitch that. I really enjoy stitching all my projects, but some of them have some components that are just a little bit more fun than others, like this one. I enjoyed that. So that is one thread, and I forget what it's called. I'll be able to figure that out when I go through the WIPs, which, as you can see, some of the pile over here of WIPs. And then this last one, again, Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue, and all of the mouth, the nose, and the eyes are glow in the dark. It's a very thick Krennic. I think it was like a number 8 braid, either number 8 or number 4. I can't remember which, but I know it was very thick and difficult to work with. However, the results are amazing. It was worth it. And it is so cool when this glows in the dark at night. So that's exciting. I, again, need to finish these. And I look forward to hanging all these on my Halloween tree. Hopefully, let's plan on next year. So I have a couple more finishes down here at my side that I wanted to show you. These are a little bit larger ones. Again, from Just CrossStitch Halloween ornament issue. All 3 witch hats were in the same issue. And I realized when I was finishing it that the middle one I cut just a little bit shorter than the other 2. However, I think it turned out really great. And I just got this board from like the Target dollar spot one year when they did a lot of wood finishing items. I haven't seen anything like that in a couple years. And I hang on to this stuff like I have a whole tub of finishing boards for stuff like this. So I love witch hats, love witches. I thought that's super cute. Really like that one. Just kind setting stuff to the side. This one is not Halloween, but it is my pride and joy. It is my first large project that I started in between my junior and senior year in high school. So I started this project in the summer of 1992, and I did not finish it until the summer of 2018. Most of the time it was in a box being moved around. I moved around quite a bit during my, I was in my first 30 years of my adult life, which I am 50 now, just turned 50 a few weeks ago. So happy belated birthday to me. But this is my pride and joy. This is the castle, and the pattern is by Teresa Wensler. I was 16 years old when I started this pattern. I absolutely love it, but let me tell you, the blended threads. One strand of one color, one strand of another, combine them. At that time, we did not have cool stuff like floss drops or floss bags. We really just had bobbins, and trying to keep track of all that on bobbins was interesting. Trying to make sure I get this in there so you can get a good view of it. I'm very proud of this piece. It took me quite a long time. So I actually did put, when I started it, 1 year I finished it and had it professionally framed. I absolutely love it. Sorry for the glare. All right, so there's that one. And then because we are in the autumn and fall season, normally I would wait and show this one the beginning of November. However, it has great significance to me. Again, this reminds me of my mom. I started this project when my mom became ill, and I went and spent some time with her, so I started it then. This is a fat quarter shop. It's So Emma. I think this was like a Stitch Quarterly project. So I started this in November of 2022 and finished it in January of 23, about a month after my mom passed away. So I absolutely love this piece, and it always reminds me of my mom. It's awesome. And again, professionally framed, because I don't have the skills to do something this amazing, but maybe one day. I'm trying to work on learning framing. It's a process. Now this one, I need to grab a piece because it has a little thing of ghosts here. This actually gets hot glued onto the top of this frame. But I just moved recently, about 2.5 months ago, back here to my family's property. And I took it off so it wouldn't get broken in the move. But this is a piece my best friend made me, my twin project friend. Her name is Tammy. And she made this for me for my birthday one year because we just, again, both absolutely love Halloween. And that goes on the top with a cute little ghost. And so there's pieces in here. These are actual like charm pieces. The cat, pumpkins, the bats. And it's in a shadow box so that it had room to breathe and have those cute little pieces in there. So this is a Carolyn Manning design. And I believe this is just like a tan Ada. Super cute. I absolutely love it. She has beautiful stitching. She did a great job framing it in the shadow box. So I've got to re-hot glue this onto there. And then we should be good with that one. Hang that one up for Halloween. The last frame one that I have for Halloween, I absolutely love this one as well. This is Tiny Modernist. Trying to see where I get a good view without a glare. There we go. Tiny Modernist Halloween calendar. And this came out many, many years ago. And so my friend Tammy and I, we did this as a twin project, and we did our best to get a block done each day and get it done in a month. She did. I did not. I finished mine the following year after that. Did I put the year on here? 2021 I finished mine. She finished hers 2020. So there's Halloween calendar. Super cute. That was a lot of fun to do. And this particular one I did frame myself. And I think it turned out fantastic. This is, I do believe this is like a 14 or 16 count Ada that was haunted by Picture This Plus. I think it's 16 count. I went through a lot of different counts of fabric trying to figure out what I like the best. Surprisingly, this was the hardest part to do. So, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And that's all my finishes. Well, I guess I should restate that. That's all my Halloween finishes and the current finishes I wanted to show you in this video. I have a lot more finishes, as you can see behind me. Some of them my friend made for me. Some of them were thrift store saves. But yeah, I have quite a few finishes to show you in the future.